Welcome back to the Cave of Wonders, Dreamwalkers. I am your Sith Lord Callous for Lord Callous TV, and this is another Callous recap and review. Today I want to talk to you all about The Mandalorian Episode 14, entitled The Tragedy. So let's get right into it. After a great episode last week meeting live-action Ahsoka Tano in The Jedi, I have to admit I thought there was a possibility that we might get a side quest this week before the Mando makes his way to Tython. But thankfully, Favreau has the ship moving full speed ahead, and we got another episode that was full of action, deep lore, connective tissue to the EU, and some more answers. Now, this episode was written by Jon Favreau and directed by Robert Rodriguez, and just like the last two episodes, it delivered some really well-executed action scenes that we've seen in Star Wars to date. Temuera Morrison as Boba Fett stole the show for me. In many ways, his action scenes felt like a callback to Rogue One with Donnie Yen as Chirrut Imwe, but with a much darker tone. They did such a great job to display just how much more skilled Boba Fett is than Din Djarin, without having the two actually have to face off. He is just as deadly with his wrist and knee rockets as he is with the Tusken Raider Gaffi stick. Now, this was more of a display for those that only know Boba Fett from the movies, which never actually showcased his abilities, and why he had the reputation that he did. Those of us that read the novels and the comics are well aware of how deadly Boba Fett truly is. That said, it did make me wonder why he would wait so long to retrieve his armor in the first place, but I'll forgive that fact in the name of some great action sequences. This episode finally establishes the Fett clan as Mandalorians. Jango was a foundling, just like Din Djarin, and he also fought in the Mandalorian Civil Wars. This does raise another question, however. Was he a child of the Watch, Death Watch, or was he an old Mandalorian? Either way, I'm just glad the Fetts are again being recognized as Mandalorian in the lore. Now, if you can't tell by now, the best thing to come from this episode for me was Boba Fett. I like the way Favreau was able to connect the character to the prequels through the dialogue of his father, stating, "I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the galaxy." In the what? In the galaxy, goddammit. I liked seeing that Fett and Shan, despite having their own objectives, acted honorably as warriors. With the destruction of the Razor Crest, we now have the opportunity to see a badass trio in Din Djarin, Fett, and Shan. As I said in the beginning, this episode was rich with lore connecting tissue. Grogu on Tython, which was less than impressive for me if I have one complaint. I mean, it was only that Tython did not feel like Tython for me. It felt more like Colorado or Montana or someplace like that in the States. But that was just me, I guess, nitpicking. We got Slave 1, Dark Troopers, Cara Dune being named a Marshal of the New Republic, and the prospect of a reconnection with Mayfeld, played by Bill Burr, who we last saw in Season 1, Episode 6. Now, with only 2 episodes left and Grogu now in the hands of the Empire, I'm wondering which, if any, Jedi it was that may have felt Grogu's connection to the Force on that Seeing Stone. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who did you think we'll see in Chapter 15 or 16? Ezra Bridger or maybe Luke Skywalker himself? Will Thrawn make an appearance in this season, or do we have to wait for Season 3? And why didn't Din Djarin retrieve his jetpack sooner to make himself more mobile? More to come in the next 2 weeks, so if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that like button. And if you're so inclined, we have memberships available. Join the Dreamwalkers clan of the Sith as we bring order to this YouTube galaxy. I want to thank my channel members John Matrix, Rhodes Rance, Biggles Metz, and Callisto Arcus. I appreciate your support. You can also catch me in the archives of Nerdvenger's Tower, where I discuss Star Wars lore and legends. Listen, I do what I love. I hope you love what I do. This has been a recap and review. Until next time.